Today I want to talk to you about the Daily Planner. So the Daily Planner is a tool that I created that I use with all my clients, and we've talked about it in the book, The Game Changer Formula. And the reason I want to talk about it today is just it's something that keeps coming back over and over again from the people that are implementing the kind of Game Changer Formula system, that this is one of the key things that allows them to be way more productive, get more done during the day, arrive into work completely focused, go home after leaving everything behind them at work and not kind of worrying about what else has to be done. And in general, just gets people through more stuff, which means they achieve their goals quicker. So I'm going to show you how the Daily Planner works, and then we'll go through the details from there. And then after that, I'm going to show you just an example of my own from today and from yesterday. Okay, so here we are on the Daily Planner. This is a template for the Daily Planner, and this is what it will look like if you decide to implement it. So what we've got here is an A3 notebook, kind of ring binder notebook, and that's those lines down the middle of the page. And on the right-hand side, we have our kind of plan for the week and for the day, and on the left-hand side then we have everything that's going to be done during the day. So I'm going to go through each of the elements on this. So the first and most important element of this is this week's 10 out of 10. So this is where for me, today is Tuesday, right? But where Tuesday really starts for me is back on Sunday, because on Sunday, I plan out what my priorities are for the week. Just the top 3 to 5 things that if I get those things done, it will be a 10 out of 10 week. Now, these need to be the big things. These are not things that are already in my diary, like a meeting with somebody or anything like that, because that's already going to happen. These 10 out of 10 things are the items that are going to move me ahead towards my goal for the month or for the quarter or for the year. So it's really important that we pick big, important, chunky things, or rocks as some people call them, to put in here. Now, the other thing that's important about the 10-10 week list is that there are things that are under your control. So if it is, for example, if you have in here to bring in 16,000 in sales this week, well, then depending on how you work, that may not be under your control. So if you're somebody who, if you're involved in sales, if you own your own business and you're involved in sales, and it means that you've got to call people up, prospects up, and work them through a system, then you can't really dictate when they say yes. But what you can do is have an item on your priorities list that I'm going to call 35 people this week, or 20 people, or 10 people, or whatever it might be, because that is in your control. So it's important that all those elements are in your control. Over on the left then, we've got today's focus. So that's the 10-10 week. So we're going to use that all week long. But then every day I ask people to have a focus for the day. And that focus could be all sorts of things. But usually where that focus comes from me is in the morning in my preparation for the day. Something has cropped up that I learned from yesterday, and I want to take that into today as a focus. So it could be something that I did really well yesterday that I want to say, okay, Rory, you've got to maintain that today. You did really good on that yesterday, and let's just make that a habit. Or the other thing is, it could be something that did not go well for me yesterday, and I need to change that. It could also be something like, to listen more to my colleagues, to listen more to clients, to be more patient with clients. It could be anything like that at all, but just one focus for the day. So something your eye is going to go over to that during the day, and you're going to say, oh yes, I remember, I need to keep that focus for the day. So then we've got priorities for today. So we've got our priorities for the week, but we also have priorities for the day. There may be one priority from the week in our today's priorities, but there will be other priorities in here as well. So it could be, today I've got to get 10 sales calls out of the 35 sales calls for the week, for example, or it could be that I've got to, make sure I deal with an issue with an employee that I've been putting off that conversation for a while. That's a priority. I need to get that done today. Or something else that I've been procrastinating on. It could be anything, whatever it is. What are your top 1 to 3 priorities for today? And this is not a to-do list. It's really important. This is just a priority list. In the other boxes, I'll show you those a little bit later, how we fill them in. But the boxes on the right are all the other boxes are for projects and roles. So if I'm working on a project at the moment to get a program built online, so I will have a box for that, and it'll be an online program, and in under that I will have the big steps that need to be done, and that's why I keep focused on that. I have a role at the moment, which maybe is to be a leader, and then I've got some stuff I need to work on there, and various different chunks then that I can put in there. That just kind of breaks those things up into sections so I can clearly keep an eye on them. And then you see you've got a little circle down at the bottom there, because every day, once the day is finished, as I'm reviewing the day and creating my plan for the next day, I want to mark today out of 10. So, what do we do with this? So let me just, I'm going to show you an example of this done, like a template of this done, and then later on I'm going to show you my own from today and from yesterday. But the reason I want to show you is because I just want to put this in context for a second. So just bear with me 1 second, and I'm going to move over to another screen. So here is the daily planner completed as an example, right? So you can see over on the right we've got our 10 out of 10 here, and then that's for the week. And then as a leader, I've got a few things in there. As a father, I've got some stuff in there. A new product that's coming out, I've got something to do in there, and some work on finance. I've also got something as a business partner as well, so that I need to have a brainstorming session on a new direction for the business. And this day has been marked 9 out of 10. Right, so that's everything on the right hand side. So you can see today's priorities as well. And the focus for that day in particular was on patience. So if we go over then to the left hand side, we'll see these are all the things that need to get done during the day. And you'll see there's all sorts of squiggles and everything on this because I encourage people to be creative with this so that it kind of sticks in their memory, and it's something that just kind of it gets ingrained in your subconscious that these are the things that need to be going through during the day. And then it's important that this list that you have for the day covers everything you're going to be doing for the day. So, for example, it doesn't finish at 5 o'clock. So what has to be done afterwards? What's important to do with the family? Am I meeting friends this evening, or do I need to do something at home in the house, or whatever that might be? So every single thing goes on this. Now, here's the key to this, right? And here's really what makes a huge difference with the daily planner, is that we do it today for tomorrow. So today's Tuesday, I do my list today for tomorrow. So why do I do that? Well, the main reason is that when I do my list today for tomorrow, I've planned out the day already. It starts to, as I walk away and I go home for the evening, I start to work through this kind of subconsciously, right? I'm not even thinking about it, but subconsciously my brain is kind of getting ready for tomorrow. I'm thinking about all the different things I have to do and the priority. Maybe this is going to be difficult, and how can I do that and be more creative about different things or whatever it is. So it's important from that point of view. But it's also important to do today's plan for tomorrow, because once you have this written out and you do this properly, when you walk out of the office, you can leave everything behind you because you know you have a system that everything for tomorrow is in the system and there's nothing on your mind anymore. So that's why this is a must to actually get this done today for tomorrow. Now, it doesn't actually take long to do it, funnily enough, because what I actually do during the day is, as I'm working through my tasks today, and I love crossing these things out as we go through, because that gives an immense sense of satisfaction as you do that. It makes you feel really good about your day. So does the rating the day out of 10. But as I'm going through my list today, and let's say I email Stephen about something, and then Stephen comes back to me, and I'm not going to deal with that thing for Stephen until tomorrow. I already start to build my list for tomorrow. So by the time 5 o'clock comes, I've already got about 80% of my list ready for the next day. And it's only a matter then, for me, in my case, going through my diary and thinking, okay, what are the calls I need to make? What elements out of this week's 10 out of 10 do I need to pull across to make sure that I get them covered so that I'm on target for the week? So I hope this makes sense to you. I will say this, that you should definitely try this out. Right? So I've worked with some people who are very, very productive, work at a very high pace, get a lot of stuff done during the day. And when they've implemented this, they've grown even further. They've been able to get more done. They've been even more productive and more focused every day. So what happens, though, the first day that you do it, you're going to put too much on the list. You're going to go, shit, didn't get everything crossed off the list today. And that's okay, because it takes a little bit of time for us to actually learn what we get done in a day when we write it all down in one place like this. So over a period of about a week, maybe to 10 days, you should be getting the hang of this and getting it to a point where you can actually cross everything off on the list. And believe me, that is a brilliant feeling to have at the end of the day when you look back on your list and there's nothing left on it. So try this out, right? You can take the template from here. I'll just move over to the unfilled template for a second, so you can take a screenshot of that if you want to. So here's the blank template. Now, so you can screenshot that and you can create this for yourself. But I do have this template that you can download as well. And that's available on my website, which is roryprendergast.com in the resources section. So that's roryprendergast.com, R-O-R-Y, prendergast.com. And just go to the resources section there and you'll be able to download a copy of this and of the other document as well. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to come back in just a second with my own list for today, and I want to show you my yesterday's list as well, show you that how that looks after being crossed off, and that you can see that you've got that satisfaction in that. So just to recap on this, it starts on a Sunday or a Friday, whatever way you're going to do planning your week. What are the items, the priority items, that when I accomplish them, it's going to give me a 10 out of 10 week by the end of the week. And from there, every day, we plan out the next day in advance. So giving us complete clarity on the next day and setting us free then in the evening when we go home to forget about work completely, because everything's already planned for the next day. Thanks a million, guys. Back to you in just a second with my own list, and talk soon. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you my daily planner. I'm just going to look at yesterday's because I've looked at today's. There's some confidential stuff in there, so let's have a look at this. Okay, so this is my book here. So just as like a simple A3 notebook, and you see I've got the plans for all the different days of the month. We're kind of coming to the end of February now, so usually I take one of these for a month, and I've put other notes in it as well. And so this is. This is yesterday, so I'll just take one page at a time. Let's start with here. Sorry, as I move to the right, it moves to the left on the screen, so it's a little bit tricky. So here's my 10 out of 10 week over here. So these are all the items that I had decided on Sunday when I went through my to-dos, looked at my goals for the month, for the quarter. These were the things I needed to get done. Now I know you won't be able to read my writing, and you won't understand what I've written there. That's not important. So I have a project going on at the moment, which I call my GCF. So I'm working on that, and so I've got some specific items for that. And you see down here, I have another role. In one of my roles is as a dad. And a simple thing like just playing Minecraft. So I got to play Minecraft today. That was or yesterday. That was I promised my son I was going to do it, and I don't want to renege on those promises. So then my priorities for the day, as you can see there, I've got some calls that I need to set up and some preparation for a meeting. And my focus for yesterday was around having a calm day. So yesterday was Monday, and some of the days last week I found a little bit stressful, so I was trying to kind of just reduce and calm. And so at the end of the day then, I scored the day out of 10. I'd got everything done. I was really happy with the meetings I had, and in general it was a relatively calm day, much calmer than last week. I hydrated well, I ate well, so in general it was a good day, so I marked that 9 out of 10. So then let's have a look at, everything's crossed off here. This is the idea. I want to get everything crossed off in the day. So you'll notice in this that I've got everything from, having a yoga and a swim in the morning. So starting there. And so this is even before I get to work. And then the people I need to check in with in the morning. And then, the meetings I have during the day. And then all the other action items that I have. And so that's my daily planner. So as I was working through this yesterday, I had started to create the plan for today. So when I was, at about 5 o'clock yesterday, I was able to take out what I had done already in terms of planning for today, and I was able to just, add in the meetings, add in those extra few things that needed to be done, and that was it. Job done. So it probably took me about 7 or 8 minutes to complete that. Just check over it, make sure I was happy with that, and then that meant when I went home last night, I knew exactly what was going on. So I didn't have to worry and think about if I left something out and what else, because I thought through all that, and I was completely ready. And so today, like, this was the first thing I wanted to do today, was to record this video. And when I came in the door to work, I just came straight into this office rather than my own office, because I knew this is exactly what I have to do. So there's no thinking involved or anything like that about what's next or what should I do next or whatever. So that's it. That's the Daily Planner. Again, on my website, roryprendergast.com. I'll put a link at the bottom here to the resources. You can download it there, but you can also just make it up from the video you see here. So thanks a million, guys. Have a great day. Bye.